Welcome to Blazing Baseball, June 20th, 2023, where we blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Astros, Yankees, and Marlins fans. And right now, we're watching the Mariners at Yanks, and also the Mets at Astros just started. Unfortunately, the Yanks are actually winning, 3-0 right now, luckily.
Yeah,
Garrett pitching.
In Seattle.
Yep, in Seattle. Yesterday, the Mets whooped the Astros 11-1, and the Yanks were off. To recap yesterday's games, the Cards beat the Nats 8-6. The Tigers beat the Royals 6-4. The Marlins beat the Blue Jays 11-0. The Cubs beat the Pirates 8-0. The Reds beat the Rockies 5-4. The Bum Sox beat the Twins 9-3. The Mets beat the Astros 11-1. The D-backs beat the Brewers 9-1. The Rangers beat the White Sox 5-2, and the Giants beat the Padres 7-4. Playing now, we have the Royals at Tigers, the Blue Jays at Marlins, the Orioles at Rays, the Braves at Phillies, the Mariners at Yanks, the Cards at Nats, the Cubs at Pirates, the A's at Guardians, the Rockies at Reds, the Bum Sox at Twins, the D-backs at Brewers, the Rangers at White Sox, and the Mets at Astros. Later today, we have the Padres at Giants and the Dodgers at Angels.
Okay, so last night, Astros took it on the chin, losing 11-1 at Minute Maid Park in Houston to the Mets. They only had 5 hits. They got 1 run on Diaz's home run. Brown was the losing pitcher. He's 6-4 for the season. He went 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits and 6 earned runs. He got knocked out, and his earned run average is 3.78. Stanek, Dubon came in, but they were ineffective. And there were 33,185 fans at Minute Maid Park that weren't really happy yesterday, where the Astros got clobbered 11-1 from the Mets. But let's look at the game right now. Do you have the lineup, Mr. Colby?
I'm pulling up the Astros lineup right now.
Yep, they're playing in Houston. Astros are 39-34. Mets are 34-38.
Yeah, pitching for the Mets is Verlander. Sorry if I mispronounced any names on this podcast. With a 4.4 ERA. And pitching for the Astros is Valdez with a 2.25 ERA. This is the battle of the former Astros aces last year.
That's correct. Yep.
And so first up for the Mets is Nimmo at center field, and then Marte at right field, and then Lindor at shortstop, and then Alonso at first base, and then Pham at left field, and then Alvarez at catcher, and then McNeil at second base, and then Canna at DH, and then Escobar at third base. Up first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, and then Bregman at third base, and then Tucker at right field, and then Diaz at DH, and then Abreu at first base, and then Pena at shortstop, and then Jolks at left field, and then Myers at center field, and then Maldonado at catcher.
Most catching. Good. Okay, so they're in the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
Okay. There we have.
Yeah, they're just getting started.
Okay. Go Astros.
Go Astros. And pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with a 3.4 ERA. And pitching for the Yanks is Garrett Coltrane Cole.
Oh, yeah.
With a 2.61 ERA. Up first for the Mariners is Crawford at shortstop, and then Rodriguez at center field, and then France at first base, and then Hernandez at right field, and then Kalinick at left field, and then Suarez at third base, and then Riley at catcher, and then Ford at DH, and then Caballero at second base. Up first for the Yanks is Bowers at right field, and then Torres at second base, and then Stan at DH, and then Rizzo at first base, and then Donaldson at third base, and then Bader at center field, and then McKinney at left field, and then Trevino at catcher, and then Volpe at shortstop.
Yeah, Bader came back today. He was on the Dave DeSabre list. He's back. Good. He's in the outfield. They said that Judgy has responded well to a second injection in his turf toe, his sprained toe. And so they're hoping that he's going to be coming off the DL maybe in a week or so, maybe a little sooner than it was expected. So they had some good news on the injury on the injured Judgy, and hopefully he gets back in a week or so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just read that.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, it just came out.
Interesting. I've never heard of this shot for turf toe before, and I'm really interested in it. So, I mean, if it can do that, that's amazing.
Yeah, we'll get more medical information about the next show.
Sounds good.
That way, we'll know what they're doing for him, and other players.
Yeah, that's
because it happens to football players all the time. It happened to him because he ran into the concrete flooring. There was like a ledge in the bullpen, and he jammed it
through the Dodgers bullpen wall.
Yes, and it was concrete on the bottom, and that's what his toe hit, the concrete. So that wasn't good, but hopefully,
accident.
Hopefully, he's going to come back in a week or so. That's what we're hoping.
Yep. Also, New York Times made an article today. The title is "How MLB's ban on the shift is improving outfield grass."
Very good.
That's interesting.
The grass.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice because the fields are beautiful. You know, they get the grass green and they cut it perfect. It's really, it's better than a park. Well, it's a baseball park. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't read that article.
Okay.
Another interesting one by Fox News is Texas Rangers face criticism for lack of Pride Night. And then it has a quote, "just ridiculous," from someone.
Right. They're the only.
Yeah, they're only that a Proud Night, and they should, as you know, I suggested earlier on this podcast. You know, why not? I think it's a good day to celebrate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's important to celebrate them because their people shouldn't receive hate, and it's like the least MLB can do.
That's correct.
And every other team has done it already, and they understand that. So,
and they have a lot of
Rangers can too.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they will eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and so in the standings, the Rays are in first place in the AL East, 5 games over the Orioles. In the AL Central, the Twins are 2 games over the Guardians. In the AL West, the Rangers are 5 games over the Angels. In the NL East, the Braves are 4.5 games over the Marlins. In the NL Central, the Reds are half a game over the Brewers. In the NL West, the D-backs are 3.5 games over the Giants.
Okay. Big news there is Cincinnati Reds are in first place at 38-35 because they won 9 games in a row. So they're the hottest team in baseball.
Hottest team still.
Yep. And Houston is 6.5 games back behind Texas right now. And the Yankees are 10.5 games back from Tampa Bay. Okay. Got to win. That's the key. The top batter in the league is Ohtani. He's got a slugging percentage of 632. Alvarez is third in the league. Alvarez slugging percentage is 589. Judgy's not on there. I guess suppose he's hurt. Okay. He's not on that list. See what the pitchers look like. On the pitchers, Atlanta Braves are the number 1 pitching team right now with a 2.69 ERA. Check that. They're the top hitting team with a 2.69 batting average and a 4.78 slugging percentage. They're the top hitting team in the league. We're way down. Astros are 20th hitting in the league, and the Yankees are 21. So we slipped down on the hitting. We're not getting it done at the plate. Hopefully the pitchers can, like Cole tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Valdez can hold them down, and we can win these games, get back on track.
Yep.
Can't get swept.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
And so today, with some College World Series games, and TCU eliminated Oral Roberts, winning 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
And playing right now is Tennessee versus LSU. LSU is winning 1-0.
0. Okay. In Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep. Any other baseball topics you want to go over today?
Little bit of trivia. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the first major league club to attain 3 million in attendance in 1 year, attracting 3,347,000 fans in 1978. So in 1978, the Dodgers started making a lot of money. First team to get 3 million fans in 1 year. There you have it.
Yeah, I guess when you make a move like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, that was in 1978.
Mm-hmm. And we'll catch y'all here on Blazing Balls in a minute, blazing through today's other sports ball topics. Peace.